What is participation?
Participation broadly refers to the involvement of people or groups in an activity, like the participation of women or minorities in peace building, politics, the economy, or humanitarian action. In international humanitarian law, participation has a specific meaning. If a civilian participates in hostilities, their protection is suspended and they can be legally targeted as combatants. In humanitarian programs, participation refers to involving affected populations, also known as crisis-affected people, communities, beneficiaries, or aid recipients, in all areas of humanitarian response, especially in decision-making.
This type of participation can take different forms with different levels of engagement. More passive participation involves affected people exchanging information with humanitarian responders to tailor a response to local needs without any influence over decision-making. More active participation involves exchanges of resources and incentives that allow affected people control over the design and implementation of their response. The most participative approaches unconditionally support local initiatives only as needed and directed. Humanitarians view participation positively because it is thought that increased local ownership helps ensure the success and sustainability of programs. Increasing participation has received strong policy support and is a commitment of the grand bargain.
Despite such support, critics argue that participatory approaches can be difficult to implement and may be incompatible in situations of conflict, instability, danger, and urgency. Some maintain that top-down approaches are more effective in the initial phases of response to rapid onset disasters, which require timely life-saving interventions and fast deployment of technology such as emergency medicine. Others maintain that participation has an important place in immediate response, particularly given that local people are inevitably the first responders in most disasters.
Humanitarian response strategies are increasingly including communities when assessing immediate needs and deciding response priorities. They also reject the idea that affected people cannot take responsibility for their survival in emergency contexts.
To learn more, visit humanitarianencyclopedia.org.